what is happening, Rajat? That the whole focus is going to the violent protest, and we're losing sight of a bigger.
No, I am going to come to the bigger picture also. Nidhi, you need to understand, see, let me not get into specific examples, but you also know there was a video which was put out by Delhi police, which said that when they were inside the campus, at that very time, tube light broke and tube lights were thrown, stones were being thrown. So there were definitely miscreants, and I'm not alleging the students of Jamia at all, but there were miscreants inside the university campus which were dealt with, and let the courts of the of our country decide what was right, what was wrong. Let the panelists not do that job for the court. Now that is number one. Number two, water cannons and all, it's a very simple thing. Madhya Pradesh government has imposed 144 on 44 districts out of 50 districts, odd districts in Madhya Pradesh, and they are using water cannons on BJP supporters also. So water cannon is a small thing. It's a part and parcel of protests in India.
That's what I'm saying. Water cannons should have been thrown instead of tear gas.
No, absolutely.
Instead of tear gas, instead of beating us, water cannons should have been.
See, beating you, I will never agree to anybody beating the students out there. I am fully, my full empathy is with you, but also keep it in mind who are the real culprits behind this entire nuisance factor that is going on in the streets.
Coming back, why not water? Why tear gas?
Empathy wise, I am fully with you. Now let me address the critical question, which is the question which needs to be addressed by the politicians of the day. Do you know what Amanatullah Khan, who is an MLA of the Aam Aadmi Party, whose representative here was taking a moral high ground?
Sir,
do you know what he said? No, let me complete my point, Bhumika. He said that because of, please let me complete my point, Raghav, you have already climbed several stairs of moral ground. He said, no, there is absolute, no, please, Bhumika, I have heard you, you have to hear me out. He said, ये लोग आज कैब लेकर आए हैं, कल ये लोग, अरे रुकिए ना साहब, मैं आपको वीडियो दिखाऊंगा नेशनल टेलीविजन पे, ये लोग बोलते हैं, आज ये लोग आजान नहीं करने देंगे आपको, आज कैब बंद किया, कल आजान बंद कर देंगे, फिर लाउड स्पीकर बंद कर देंगे, फिर हमको सर के टोपी नहीं पहनने देंगे, हमारी दाढ़ियां छिलवा देंगे। ये अमानुतुल्लाह खान, मैं मानता हूं कि दिल्ली पुलिस को अगर किसी को पकड़ना चाहिए था तो वो अमानुतुल्लाह खान को जेल में डालना चाहिए था। इस आदमी ने माहौल बना दिया इस देश का, इस देश की सुरक्षा के साथ खेल रहा है, इस देश के हितों के साथ खेल रहा है, वो इस पार्टी का नुमाइंदा है। यहाँ खड़े हुए और ये मॉरल हाई ग्राउंड देंगे। इन बच्चों के हितों के साथ खेला है, इन बच्चों के भविष्यों के साथ खेला है ऐसे गुंडों ने, इन गुंडों को जेल में भरना चाहिए। खिलवाड़ कर रहे हैं ये लोग। मैं आपको वही बता रहा हूँ भूमिका, आप तथ्य को समझिए। ये लोग पॉलिटिशियंस ऑफ ऑल ह्यूज एंड कलर्स cannot take leadership, especially they cannot take moral leadership, especially on such issues which are such deeply divisive issues.
If he has said that, you're absolutely right. It amounts to incitement. 1 second. Would you also agree that the Karnataka minister today, a minister in Karnataka who called for, a reaction similar to post Godhra among Hindus should also be taken to task?
Absolutely. Put them behind the bars. I'm with them. But anybody, मैं मानता हूँ कि जामिया के अगर बिल्डिंग के ऊपर खिलाफत 2.0 लिखा गया है, I'm sure none of the students of Jamia have written खिलाफत 2.0. They have not said these slogans are not being written by Jamia students, but who are writing it? We should get to the bottom of that and identify this miscreant.
Yamini first and then Raghav. Okay, Yamini first.
I think this entire conversation is proof of one simple fact. The government brought in a law that is deeply polarizing without any debate. One day in parliament, and we ran through a law. You have protests and you think that you can address the protests through brute force. That has brought us to a place where we are having this conversation. We should not be in a place where we are having this conversation. India is a deeply secular country. When you start playing with that core of what makes this country, you end up in a place of deep division, and that is something that we should be very worried about, and that is something that we should be in a position to dialogue with the government about. The fact that instead we have brute force and a close off of space of dialogue and difficulty to protest peacefully is a sign of what dangerous territory we are in India today.
Okay.